I'm here with Morgan Flager, and we're here at the University of Texas at the McCombs Executive Center. And Morgan is with Silverton Partners and has been working in the venture capital space for a while. And Morgan, specifically to methods of evaluation for firms, is such an important topic. And
Right.
generally speaking, what types of methods are available in the marketplace for business valuations?
Yeah, so just kind of speaking specifically about kind of venture capital and how we look at valuation. So we're on the very early side, and so the tools that we use and methodology we use is almost more kind of black magic than anything else. We think about a lot different things than how an investment bank analyst might look at a stock. So the things that we look at are how far along kind of is the business in terms of its maturity? Do they have the full team in place? How experienced is the team? Do they have the product? Have they sold it to any customers? So this is on obviously the very early stage of a business, and so typically our valuations range for a deal that it's just getting started, and we're always the kind of the first institutional investor in the deals that we do. Typically that valuation range is kind of, I guess, $1 to $10 million pre, and so this is on the very early end. Now as that firm progresses and raises additional rounds of capital, which we typically participate in, and so we're kind of tangentially involved in the valuation of the companies at that stage, more advanced tools are used. So very kind of standard things to do would be you take M&A comparables, you take public market comparables of businesses that are in the same industry or as close as possible if it's a very innovative idea, and you apply multiples on revenue, profitability, some combination of that and growth, and those techniques are often used. And then obviously once the businesses kind of get more mature, you have more advanced kind of cash flow based models, whether those be discounted cash flow or free cash flow, and those aren't really relevant to a lot of the companies we invest in.
And has the recession changed the way any of those methods are applied?
Yeah, I don't know if it's changed the actual scientific kind of application of a discounted cash flow or a multiple analysis. I mean, I think the actual method itself is the same, but there's a function of kind of a couple of things. One is supply and demand. So if there's a lot of companies that are needing capital and capital is a scarce resource, typically valuations will fall just by market dynamics, because you have a bunch of people out there who need money, who are willing to accept money on worse terms because there's just not a lot of capital out there to be had. And I think we certainly witnessed that in 2009, so last year. And I think it's kind of getting a little bit back to kind of normal business as usual now. And then some of the valuations were also affected primarily to the negative last year, just because a lot of them are multiple based. So if a public company is down 40%, because the stock market crashed, their multiples are going to be affected in that way, and so the comparable valuations for companies in that sector are going to be compressed as well. And so we certainly witnessed that as well for more mature companies.
Great, thank you. Morgan
Thanks.
Flager with Silverton Partners.
Thank you.